you've put in the work and you have achieved great things lately. And it's not by chance, it's because of the action you took to get here. And I'm sure already some things popped into your mind. Just think about a few months back, the things you didn't know, the things you have not done, the person you were not yet. And I think it's incredible how much progress people can make in so little time, so fast, just by putting in the work. Of course, you need to work for it. You cannot just wait. You will not improve fast if you just wait. But you've put in the work and you have achieved great things. And for me, I have done so also. I'll share a few with you. For example, in about a month or so, I went from doing 10 pull-ups with no weight to 10 pull-ups with 25 kgs. Same thing with handstand push-ups. I used to do a couple, not many. I could not do, much. And now I can do L-sit, to handstand and push-ups and stuff. And also with nutrition, some great things. I also went from, doing 1 minute cold showers to now oftentimes you see me in the videos every day about 2-3 minutes of ice plunge. And I think it's a pretty considerable improvement for a month or so. But I don't know about you, oftentimes, it's cold, 1 second. Oftentimes I have the feeling that it's not enough, that I could be doing more. And no matter what I do, what I achieve in whatever time frame, I always feel like, I could be doing better, right? And I'm sure you feel the same way. And it's not me complaining, because I think it's a great mindset to have, because that's a very, a massive competitive advantage. If you imagine the same person twice, duplicated or cloned, kind of, with the only difference that one guy is kind of complacent and content, he celebrates whenever he does a little thing, and the other one, is just focused, just thing after thing after thing, smashing work, enjoying things, but never really satisfied, always knowing he could do better. Obviously, I'm happy to be the second guy. I think you get much more done. And I'm sure you're happy to be the second guy also. I don't think you would like to be, there complacent, celebrating like average people. There is an argument to be made that the first guy is happier. I don't think so. Because I think the first guy has a more short-term, short-lived dopamine type of happiness. And the second guy has more a long-term serotonin type of happiness, obviously all bro science, but you get what I mean. And also the happiness comes from two different things, right? The first guy gets his happiness and fulfillment from enjoying the, just the achievements and procrastinating and, relaxing, whilst the second guy gets his enjoyment from doing things, living life, putting in the work. And I'd much rather be the second guy. Also in perspective, thinking back, I always like being the second guy, and when I procrastinate, I never like it. But I think there is a difference between being grateful and kind of enjoying what you've done, and just wasting time celebrating for no reason. I think the difference is when you just celebrate for no reason, you kind of take time away from the work you could be doing, and you're overall less productive. You achieve less. But I think by achieving so many things so fast, you kind of forget, or you don't really have top of mind what you have done. Or at least for me, I kind of forget. And it's interesting because you do all these things, but your identity sometimes has not really caught up yet, right? You kind of forgot, right? You kind of feel the same way, although you apparently changed. And that's why I think sometimes it's important to acknowledge and be grateful for it. And I wanted to do this thing, quite fast. If you want, maybe you can do it with me. I wanted to take 4 moments. One moment to acknowledge and appreciate what I have and what I have done specifically to get here in terms of achievements, goals. A second moment to acknowledge and to define what brought me here, what actions I took in the past to get where I am and what I like, and really being specific in the actions, very technical and practical. A third moment to define where I want to be, what I want to achieve, my goals, my direction, who I want to become. And finally, a fourth moment to define the actions that are required to get there. Very specific. To get this, I need to do this many times a week for this amount of time. And getting, again, really technical, because we both know it's easy to think, all nice, vaguely and just about feelings, but then not necessarily you can convert that into actions that really get you to your goals. And so I think it's very important to be very practical, to write down the action steps, the game plan. I will do this and this and this at this time, in this way, to get this result that I want. I think that's that's the best way. So yeah, hope it helped. I think lastly, I think this exercise is quite helpful because it makes you feel great about yourself whilst also packing it with action. So you're not just procrastinating and being there in the woo-wah zone, just thinking and celebrating or enjoying, like relaxing for no reason. I think this exercise makes you acknowledge and take in, embrace what you have done, and remember the things that were really amazing that you kind of have done, but you kind of forgot because you were focused on the next thing already. If that makes sense. So I think it's really important to get them in, because that all how do you say that? Everything compounds in your perception of yourself, in your identity. And so you really want to have all your achievements combined and feel great about them all, because that will result in a bigger energy, motivation, and self-perception compared to only remembering half the achievements, if that makes sense, right? So hope that helped. You don't need to do it very deep. It may take just 5 minutes, and I think it's a great exercise. Let me know how it goes in the comments, and it was great speaking to you. See you next time. It was fucking cold.